So let's talk about something like related to unemployment and
Oh, okay, yeah.
neeting and uh, I mean we've already talked a lot about a lot of things. I know you said before that you're gonna continue your YouTube channel for about 1.5 year, maybe 2 years, and then if nothing happens, then you're gonna uh, call it a day and just stop doing it. We've already kind of talked about that. And I kind of feel the same way. If I don't get enough views and, that sort of thing, then I'll just stop doing it in the future, maybe. And I don't know. I actually don't know when that potential period will come. Uh,
hmm
but right now, I think that my videos is doing pretty well when it comes to likes and views and watch time. But I think I'm growing very slow, a little bit too slow actually. On average, I grow 1 subscriber per day, and that's too slow. You can just do the math on that. And
Yeah.
uh, if I do this 1 year, that's 365 subs. If I keep that acceleration, so to speak, then it's in 10 years, it's only 4,000 subscribers. So
Damn.
something needs, yeah, in 10 years. So something needs to happen.
Right, yeah. You just gotta make some viral videos, become
That's
lol
true.
cows like we were talking about.
Yeah, you're right. Become a log, yeah.
hmm
But I mean, my latest, I can't talk. My latest videos, uh,
hmm
the titles on those videos, like the last videos, the title is, uh, I'm a failed human being.
Essence of need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting. But at the same time, you don't wanna, spend the rest of your life talking about all this depressing stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like when you talk about it, it just like reinforces it and then makes you feel even more like what you're talking about. So yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. But then also I've had some people saying that, and I think this comes from you as well, that people say that it could be a great story arc to have this college university attempts with my channel.
hmm
Like I'm over 30 years old and I try to do university. That could be a great story arc for the channel.
For
Uh,
sure, yeah.
maybe.
I feel
But then
like
also, yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say like I feel like there's not really that many people like being that honest and going through the same experience. So like most university videos are just about people like having the time of their life and not showing anything bad, but you could like show like
Right,
everything. So it's like the
right.
struggles too. And then yeah, it might be like a pretty cool
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Because I feel that that's actually the reality of the situation. I am,
hmm
struggling. I mean, shit, man. I don't even want to think about it because it's so depressing. The
hmm
state of my life right now. So yeah, if I'll just keep pushing that out, uh, I don't feel that I wanna. I mean, I feel that I have nothing to lose, to be honest. So I'll just keep pushing it out
hmm
to the
Yeah.
channel and to people.
Yeah, why not? I feel like
If it's entertaining to people, if it makes them feel a little bit better, then that's the value in it
right, yeah. And I'm sure like
for
there's gonna
them.
be some people who find it entertaining, like no matter what, like or like it'll be even more
Yeah,
entertaining to some people. So you might like
yeah,
I guess expand your audience in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also been talking with some people about stomach issues. They also say that, yeah, I also uh, actually a lot of people are on limiting diets because of God knows what. So that's also a good story thing for my channel. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with. The university attempts and the stomach problems that I have, the disease that I'm trying to overcome, blah blah blah.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
just like trying to like fix that condition, like
exactly.
basically. Yeah.
One day sit in front of the camera with a pizza. That would be awesome.
True, yeah. That'd be like a really wholesome story, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And I think you were half joking when you said this to me before, but you're like, "Oh yeah," or I forget where you said this, but you're like, "Yeah, one day I'm gonna be eating like a pizza and doing mukbangs or something."
Yeah, right. Mukbang. Yeah, right.
Yeah, do like a celebratory mukbang when like you manage to figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could even do like a
sit.
live stream or something, you know, like a live stream the
Yes.
first time you're eating something that's not like potatoes or rice. Pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right, right. Some sort of live stream where I just sit there and with a table full of stuff, you know.
Yeah, and just be and you could be like super emotional about like eating these things for like the first time in a while. Cause like I definitely would cause it probably like sucks a lot to not be able to like eat all these things that I guess you used to eat before for like so long.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, it sucks very. I can't believe that I am in this situation. This is like I don't know
Mhm.
if I'm correct or right. I don't want to be more of fag talking about this, but sometimes I
Uh,
just feel that I rather have cancer than the situation that I'm in right now, and that's absolutely not,
mhm.
you know, having cancer is of course hideous. I mean, it's I don't find a word for it, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but this is so, and again, I don't want to, oh, it's so poor me, I don't want to be like that as well. But I'm just saying this is really not preferable, and I can't
Mhm.
believe I am in this situation. Shit, man.
Yeah. Like that's
Like if you have
understandable.
if
Mhm.
like if you have some sort of cancer, you can eat whatever you want. You go to the doctors, you go to the hospital, and you get treatment, and then
Mhm.
you know most of the time you get over it. Uh,
Yeah.
but maybe that's a really bad comparison because you actually die because of cancer sometimes. You don't necessarily die because of stomach issues, but I think there's some death cases in that too. So yeah, I don't know.
Mhm. I mean, I think what you're saying is sort of understandable because I feel like food is such a huge part of just like living and everybody basically likes to eat. So if you like can't enjoy yourself
Exactly,
while living, then like what's the point, you know? And yeah,
exactly. I
yeah, I'm
used to
sure it's
think
like
of it.
mhm.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was just say like I'm sure it's hard in like different ways, but it's probably like equally as hard, you know? Like yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking like this. Like life consists of three things. It's procreation, it's food, and it's shelter. So that's
Hmm.
three things. So 30% is food. The other
Right,
two is
yeah.
also 30% to
Hmm.
make, to make it 100, completion, life.
That's
So
true.
So if you look at it that way, then food is a very major part of surviving, to enjoy life, to socialize with people, to feel good about yourself. Yeah, everything.
Right. Yeah.
Like if you're depressed, people say that, oh, go home, cook some food, have something nice to eat. You know, it's almost like a medication
Hmm. That's true.
mentally if you, and it's so much in our culture. We cook food together. It's a major industry in the society. It's everything. It's everything.
Hmm. It's almost like a defining aspect of a lot of different cultures, and it also it's also something that like everybody can relate to, I guess, in a way. Like,
Exactly. Yeah,
so yeah.
exactly.
To not be able to partake in that, yeah, I'm sure it must be hell.
True.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not saying, oh, poor me, blah blah blah, boo hoo. All I'm saying is
Mhm.
those are the facts. I'm struggling, and
Right. Yeah.
I'll just continue to struggle until it becomes good again.
Hmm.
Maybe, maybe a few months from now, maybe even a year.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Hopefully, man. Um. So, like, when did this start happening? Like, when? Like, did you have any like warning signs when it first started, or
Oh
did it
yeah,
just happen? There's okay. Like,
yeah.
what sort of
It's
happened? What was like the progression of your current condition?
it was. I'm just gonna check here if Craig is still in the
Oh,
channel,
recording. Yeah, true.
because this is some really good content right here.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I've had a swollen stomach, a bloated stomach, and you can laugh about that. I laugh about that myself when I think about it. Sometimes I
Mhm.
look like 5 months pregnant woman. Because
Oh
of the
shit.
bloating and
Damn.
swollen stuff, and then the constant pain as well. Okay, so it started um like maybe honestly I've had it like this for about 5 years, perhaps 5 years.
Oh
But
shit.
then it's always been manageable.
Hmm.
Manageable. Like 2 years from now ago, 2 years ago, it started to become really bad. Before
Damn.
those 2 years, before those 2 years, it was okay. I could eat whatever I want.
Hmm.
But I was very swollen. I was very, in pain if I did that. But it was manageable, so to speak.
Hmm.
Like 2 years backwards in time from now, it started to become really, really bad. And the things that I could eat just, became less and less and less. And I tried
Damn.
different stuff. I tried different techniques. It all just nothing worked, and it became just worse and worse and worse until what it is today. And it's been like this for about 2 years, and it's not healthy.
So
Um,
like over the course of 2 years, you just like gradually like limited your diet, like took stuff out until you're basically left with just like potatoes and rice.
yeah, exactly. So one
Can
could
you
say
can you handle things like spices or not even spices?
some
Some
of it,
spices.
some
Okay.
of it. Like I can handle salt, pepper, and persilia. What's the word?
Hmm. Not too
Persilia
sure.
or parsilia?
Parsley?
Parsley. Yeah, parsley.
Parsley. True. True. Okay.
That's the only three spices that I can eat.
And like everything else gives you the same reaction of like bloating and pain.
Exactly.
Damn, man, that's rough.
So I've been out. I've been on potatoes and rice and nuts for 1.5 years. Very occasionally, very few times, I've managed to eat, you know, maybe a little bit of salad, cucumber, uh, maybe a banana. Nothing more than that.
Hmm.
Very seldom, also. So yeah, that's the state of it all.
Okay. Damn.
So I don't want to, kill myself, so to speak. But I get those thoughts sometimes. Like, what's the
Hmm.
point of all this? This is not a life. This is not quality. This is uh, something that I can't stand.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's yeah. Like I guess it's probably like tolerable for maybe like the first month, I imagine, or two, but like when you're just doing it
Yeah, right.
over and over again, it probably gets harder and harder.
That's true. But yeah, that's that, and that's depressing. But I'll keep going, and I'm optimistic about it. It'll turn out fine in a few months or maybe a year.
True,
Uh,
true. Yeah, that's good, man. I feel like everybody here is like rooting for you. So, yeah, hopefully you get that sorted out. And
yeah,
yeah,
that's very thankful. I've met so many good people through this channel. Uh,
true. Yeah.
and I bet you too. I'm gonna stop talking about myself, and I'm gonna start talking about you in a few. But I'm just gonna
Oh
say
yeah, no
this
worries,
that
man. Hmm.
I'm gonna just say this that I've met a lot of not a lot of people, but some people are just very nice. Good comments.
True.
Like
Yeah.
you say, they root for you, and yeah, just really good people, and I really appreciate that. Before I started the channel, I was having loads of anxiety and overwhelming depression, but then I started to focus on something and creating something. It became a lot better.
Hmm. Yeah, I was in a pretty similar situation. And I feel like for a lot of people, even like normies, like YouTube is sort of like a form of therapy in a sense. And yeah, it's just like it's kind of like a
Yeah,
way to like talk and like vent without like a therapist or
exactly.
whatever. And yeah.
Right.
And also
True.
it kind of like at least for me, like it expanded my social world like a lot because prior to that I was just like
Yeah.
basically just like a hickey. So
Yeah.
like hikikomori. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely I feel like what's it called? Definitely paid off for both of us in a lot of different ways. So yeah,
True.
who'd have thought?
True.
Yeah.
I remember back in spring 2000 this year, back in Mars or something like that. I was on
Mhm.
YouTube like always, and I came across this Asian guy, and he
Oh,
was
true.
lying. He was lying in his bed, and he was talking about, you know, not having a life, not having any social life, and it. I think his name was Comfy Neat.
True.
Um,
Yeah.
and I thought to myself, this guy is really honest. He's completely open. I mean, it's almost, breathtaking. He's just really
Okay.
he's really open about it. And I thought to myself, you know, if he is so open about it, maybe I could try that as well. So, to be honest, you were a very big inspirational source for my channel.
Oh damn, man. True.
Like,
I mean,
I might have not been doing it if maybe I would, but it was it was clearly motivational to see your channel before I started my channel, so to speak. So I don't know where you get that strength from, that mental strength,
Hmm. Well,
because you
I'm
did it
glad.
first.
True. I'm glad to have I don't know. I guess, you know, quote unquote inspired you in that way. I feel
Yeah, true.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I was just really bored, and then I was watching a lot of Daniel Lord at the time, and and some other like similar YouTubers, and I was like, hey, it was I kind of like made a channel more from the point of more from like the perspective of like, why the hell not? Like I'm not really doing anything. I'm not really, so I was just like, fuck it. I'll just make a video and see what happens.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess here we are now.
Did you feel that you had nothing to lose, so you just did it?
Basically, yeah. Cause like I
Yeah.
kind of thought about it and I was like, even if all the people in my life find my channel, I mean, yeah, sure, it'll be embarrassing, but I mean, what
Yeah.
else do I have going on for me anyway? So, and I was also like, I definitely need to find a way to get out of my comfort zone and um I guess get
Right.
over like my social anxiety and not talking. And I was like, oh, maybe having a channel will help me practice all these different skills. So I was like, yeah, might as well just make the first video. And hmm, that was my
Yeah.
thought process. Yeah, I don't know if I'd like consider
What?
myself like, oh, I don't know if I consider myself like brave or anything, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just, yeah.
Well, you said something about embarrassing yourself, and yeah, in a way we kind of are embarrassing ourselves. But at the same time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody, every human being on this planet, you know, says stuff, do stuff, in the public open or, privately when no one watches, that are very embarrassing, so to speak.
True, true.
Everybody, I think almost everybody have periods in their lives when they are probably considered, very, embarrassing. And
Mm-hmm,
it's
yeah.
like, why don't you talk about it? Why aren't you honest and open about it? It's like, and I understand why people don't do that, because we live in a society where you have to have a special amount of social status. You have to, this and that. Otherwise, you don't, you have to have the right image. And
Mm-hmm.
when you apply for jobs and everything, and if you want to have a lot of friends, you have to have a specific amount of social status, blah, blah, blah. That's the reason. I understand that. But isn't it more, I mean, if you do all those kinds of things, you display your courage, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, that's true.
Like, it's like a human being who is open, honest. This world doesn't need more fake stuff. It needs real people, so to speak. Yeah.
True. Yeah. I guess like our appeal is that generally we like to talk about stuff that people are all thinking but don't want to say in their normal lives, I guess. So,
Exactly. That
yeah.
was what I was trying to say, but you said it more in a better way.
Gotcha. Huh. But yeah, it's like, so I guess a lot of people probably feel it comforting to I guess see us and then hear what we're saying, and then they resonate with it, and it's like, oh, so I'm not the only one who was thinking this, who felt like this. And that's probably where a lot of the traction or a lot of the that's like the appeal of our channel, I guess, which is I think we're doing a
Yeah.
good thing for like I think also in a way this is like a cool way for like both of us to like I guess contribute to society or I don't know, just give back to the world in a sense, but it's just not in the way society expects you to, but I feel like what we're doing is generally a good thing for everybody who is I don't know, watching. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I think there's the people who just wanna see someone fail and
Be a lol cow.
they yeah, right. They
True, true.
uh they feed on a person who is vulnerable and embarrassing himself and those kinds of things. So I think there's those people, but then there's those people who actually are interested or entertained by a person who are nothing and open and truthful about it, but actually try to do something. Like watching a journey.
Right, yeah.
So there's those two.